Hey all, and welcome back to the HFC Super Sentai Henshin Power Hour. For you, it's been no time at all, but for Heldrake and I, it's been quite a while since we've recorded some of these, and we've got a stonker for you today, because we are going to be checking out the 6-episode SHADOWBORG saga/arc from the Big Bad Beetleborgs. And who are the Big Bad Beetleborgs? Well, the series adapted combat footage from the Metal Hero tokusatsu series Juukou B-Fighter for the first season, and B-Fighter Kabuto for the second season. Unlike its contemporaries such as Power Rangers, the show had a greater emphasis on sitcom elements rather than a villain of the week. I would say this was second to Power Rangers in terms of the Saban shows I liked, Helldragon.
Yeah, no, I mean, actually, based on what I hear about the ratings at the time, Beetleborgs was actually really popular, like even a little point more popular than, Super Sentai, and it adapted both of those series, and then it stopped. It just ended out of nowhere, because I think what they were trying to do, they were trying to see if Toei would make more footage, that they could use, like they did with Power Rangers. Toei said no, and it just stops, like, in a cliffhanger, which really sucks, because I actually really like this show. I wish I got stuff from it, but, all the suits are cool, all the toys involved are cool. I really liked it.
The second season, which is rebranded as Metallics, that ended on a cliffhanger. We're covering 6 episodes, like I said, from the first season today, which are episode 26, Curse of the SHADOWBORG, episode 27, The Rise of the Blasterborg, episode 28, The Revenge of Vexor, episode 29, A Friend in Need, episode 30, Raiders of the Tomb, and it will finish off with episode 31, Big Rumble in Charterville. So what we're going to do is we're going to count you down to the first episode, and when that's done, we'll ask you to close it, bring up the next one, and then we'll count you down to that, and so on and so forth. It's a long one, but it's going to be a gun. So if you're ready, Helldragon.
Alright, let's do it.
Here we go. We're going to start the SHADOWBORG arc of Big Bad Beetleborgs in 3, 2, 1... Oh, and the memories are already flooding back.
Oh god, yeah, so many things about the show, both good and bad, as we'll talk about it. But primarily, like I said, the thing that kept me into it was the suits, the fighting, things like that. But it is 90s as shit, and we're about to experience that yet again.
Oh man. Well, I loved comics at the time. I was never like a super huge comic fan, but picking up new stuff from the store or whatnot, I guess, was just appealing to me. And combine that with a bit of Power Rangers aesthetics, and it's just, it hits that sweet spot, as it were.
But yeah, like he said, it kind of takes place in Charterville. There's a lot of those, lots of sitcom-y elements, a lot of comic book flashes here and there. At this point, Saban was kind of dialing up the cheesiness a little bit. This would later lead into the infamous Masked Rider, and we all know how well that turned out.
Look, we're past that in the marathon, okay? And these pop-ups are just reminding me of when they did the same thing to Power Rangers, actually, the first season of Mighty Morphin, where they just had, like, pop-ups on the screen and, like, cutouts and whatnot, and it basically ruined it, and I don't know why they did it.
I guess they needed to fill the gap somehow, but basically we're trying to set things up here where they decide to get a piece of the Blue Beetleborgs armor so shit can actually go down. And, it's kind of interesting as you go on later in Power Rangers history, the suits for some of these, what we're going to see, the SHADOWBORG himself and some of the suits here in the show, they were actually recycled for the episode Forever Red, which kind of dealt with the Machine Empire. Yeah, no, that was actually a really cool Easter egg for that. But now we get to the part of Beetleborgs I hate the most. I hate the fucking monsters in this series. There's the whole framing devices. They go to a haunted mansion. That's where they get their powers with Flabber, who is Elvis and Jay Leno combined, and I don't really need to see that. But then also in the mansion here, they have these monsters, these guys in suits, and they take up so much fucking time, and they mug so much of the camera. It is so bad, in fact, that the VHS release for this arc, the SHADOWBORG arc, you think the SHADOWBORG and the Beetleborgs would be on the cover, right? No! The Beetleborgs are crammed up at the very top of the logo, and the whole fucking front is Flabber and the fucking monsters. I swear to God.
I have to look this up, actually. I want to see if you're lying or not.
No, I have seen this before. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not wrong, am I?
No, you're not wrong. It's Flabber, the Frankenstein, and the Wolfman. The SHADOWBORG's not even on the fucking cover.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, I don't get why they like these monsters so fucking much. I know in the second season they also add more. That's the last thing I need. But I guess they have to fill time somehow, and they should have did something else. That's just me.
Well, whatever. Let's have a look at our characters here. We have the Blue Stinger Beetleborg, Andrew Drew McCormick. We have the Green Hunter Beetleborg, who was always my favourite, Rowan Williams. And we have the Red Striker Beetleborg, Josephine Joe McCormick, so Drew's sister, essentially. And we have a fourth Beetleborg, who we will be seeing in this arc, but he doesn't have a very big tenure, mostly due to the fact that I don't think that much footage of him existed in the original.
That's true. I don't recall the name of what they were in the original, but even though that Beetleborg is actually super cool, not a lot of footage exists. I believe it was a woman in the Japanese version too, so that's a little weird.
Well, you know, in Power Rangers, wasn't like, it was either the White or the Gold Ranger was a little kid. I think it was the White Ranger, actually, because it was from Die Ranger.
Yeah, the White Ranger was a little kid in that one, and that was kind of stupid, so they kind of had to write around that a bit in the actual adaptation. Now, you mentioned Joe, who's the red Beetleborg. There's actually, they actually did an episode about this. Partway through the series, her original actress leaves, and she gets replaced with somebody completely different, and they have to do this thing where they write around it. It's like, Flabber casts a spell. He's like, oh, well, you're gonna look like this, but everybody else will think you look like the original for that. And it's just like, I guess I didn't understand it at the time, but you had to make do, you know?
I was reading about this just before we started. The spell only works, like, for the people who were there when it was cast, essentially.
I don't know. Like I said, you just kind of have to make do. They had a few segments, actually, about these kids where it was revealed that they still went to school while they were filming. I think it was like an on-site kind of school for that. Those were interesting. A little bit too much about the backstage behind the Beetleborgs than I would care to know, personally.
Yeah, so this is Josh Baldwin. As you can probably gather, he's going to be the fourth Beetleborg, the White Blaster Beetleborg, granted the ability of invisibility by Flabber, which he can activate by dusting his hands. Like so. And they actually all have their own individual powers, like Drew has telekinesis, which he activates by pointing at an object and nodding his head. Roland has, I think, super speed, which he activates by snapping his fingers, and obviously Joe cracks her knuckles for super strength.
I know you mentioned that the green Beetleborg was your favorite. My favorite was always the blue guy. I already forgot his little sub name. Then in Metallics, everybody actually looked pretty good in Metallics, like even the purple one. Like, I thought her design was pretty good. My favorite was the gold, but then the silver one, which is what the green Beetleborg becomes, actually good design. Like, good colors. I actually really like those suits.
Honestly, like, I'm going to put down Power Rangers slightly here, because I do like the Zhu Ranger costumes, but they all are very basic except for the green one. All of the Beetleborgs' designs are pretty good. Like, you could pick any as your favourite and you'd be kind of fine, honestly.
The unfortunate problem with adapting Metal Hero is that at the time, they were trying to make that whole continuity with Power Rangers between the different suits, keep it all together. But Metal Hero suits apparently differed so much and the concepts were so radically changed that they would have had to do what they do now for Power Rangers, a different cast each time to make it kind of fit for that, which kind of sucks because I would have loved to see more 90s adapted Metal Hero series if they could get away with it.
Do you think they based Flabber a little bit on Robin Williams' portrayal of the genie in Aladdin? Because I think that came out in 95. This was September of 96.
I would not be surprised at all if Genie had an influence for that. I can definitely see it because, he's, this very over-the-top magical ghost sort of character. So I can kind of imagine it. Again, huge Jay Leno, though, so I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Let's have a look here. Flabber is a phantasm who was trapped inside a pipe organ and freed by the kids. Out of gratitude, he granted their wish to become their comic book heroes, the Big Bad Beetleborgs, who are like an existing thing in this universe already. This event also unintentionally released the Magnivores, who are the enemies. Flabber was released by playing 3 notes, and it was later revealed that playing those same 3 notes, then playing them in reverse would again trap him in the organ. He's the Zordon of the group, essentially.
And I say that, well, he says that extremely lightly.
Let's see, who have we got here in the Mangavores, or Magnivores? Vexor is
I like Mangavores, actually. That's pretty neat.
It kind of works for comics, yeah. Vexor is the big white dude. I think I had all the action figures, and I think I had one of him as well.
Oh, that sucks. I always wanted Beetleborgs figures. They had like the morphers and shit. I never had a chance to get those, but I was so into the series. I just pined from afar.
This is so awkward. Like every time we do these things, it's like I was a boy on the street. I saw kids playing with action figures, and then it's me like, I got a sack full of them from Christmas.
Well, I was just, let's be fair, I had food, alright? It wasn't Beetleborgs themed food, so I was basically the same and unhappy.
Get out of here. Oh.
I kind of wish as well, hey, here's another thing I missed out on as a kid. There was actually like a comic book and game store up the street that I always wanted to go to, but I never got a chance. And now I'm no longer in that city, so someday I'm just gonna legit go back. Hope it's still there. Just walk inside and say, there you go, Dad, I finally got inside.
No, I crossed that one off the bucket list.
Now, you know this is fiction, because a girl like this would probably not be hanging around a comic book shop, but, you know, you gotta make do.
Wow, what is it? Well, the 90s, I guess. Look at the subject material we're dealing with here. He's so handsome and non-threatening.
I know. We better make him a Beetleborg. I think that'll work out. Now, I'm trying to remember, I think the dad who played him also left the series, because later on it focuses more on the grandma, who is, as you know, not your typical grandma, because she likes it's crazy, I know. One thing I did like about the 90s back then, that they don't really do now, it was a little wackier, but at the same time, while it was cringy, you could also have more fun with the concepts. These days, things are a little too, bleak? Yeah, I think bleak's the best word for that.
I wouldn't even call it bleak, and I won't call it sterile or safe. It's just run-of-the-mill for the most part.
That's true. Now, whenever I watch a Sentai series, I always like to try and point out the voice actors I recognize, because, you know, like with anime and cartoons, a lot of them tend to repeat. I believe Derek Stephen Prince is the voice of that tentacle hair motherfucker, and I swear to God, Vexor is like a mascot for a condom, I think? Maybe it's because of his big penis head, I'm not sure.
Let's see here. Vexor is first performed by Rick Tane, and later by Kisu, voiced by Joey Pal. Typhus is voiced by Kyle Jordan, performed by Kyle Jordan. I'm getting my performed and voices mixed up. You've got to be careful with that when it comes to Sentai and whatnot. Vexor, voiced by Joey Pal. Typhus, voiced by Dave Footman. Noxix, voiced by David Umansky. Jara, voiced by Raija Barudi, who I've never heard of before.
Now, you have to remember these might also be pseudonyms due to screen guilds for that, so it's very possible. He sounds a fucking lot like Derek Stephen Prince.
Ooh, I like the Shadowborg a lot.
Shadowborg is pretty cool. I would say Shadow Moon takes it a little more, but he was Robo, Rider in that, and that kind of neutered him a little. But Shadow Moon's a badass, and I would love to see him actually kind of fight this guy.
Shadowborg is voiced by Bob Pappenbrook.
Okay, Bob Pappenbrook, I know, is like his actual name for that. So he has done various roles here and there.
Let's have a look. He's sadly no longer with us. Just going down the list here. He was Daemon in Digimon 02. He played Tadashi in Tamers, Majiramon, Kongumon, Shogun Gekomon, and additional voices. He was in Flint the Time Detective as Rocky Hammerhead.
Oh wow, I've actually seen all of Flint the Time Detective, so...
Yeah, it's like our little series we like to bring up every so often and whatnot. Let's see, he was in Tenchi, he was Captain Blue in the Beautiful Joe series, and obviously we have Beetleborgs. He was Rito Revolto in Power Rangers.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that's the role that most people probably know him for in Sentai, so that's pretty cool.
They should put Rito in Battle for the Grid, I think that'd be pretty good.
Dude, like Quantum Ranger just dropped, and they got Daniel Southworth again, so they basically just gave him Virgil lines. So.
Really? Like, he says, I'm motivated when he switches out. He says, foolishness, Lord Zed, I need more quantum power, etc.
It's pretty great, and then when he gets, like, his sword mode out, he does the Dark Slayer style. He's teleporting everywhere. It's pretty nuts, and it's great. I really love it.
You can tell how long it's been since we last recorded now that the fucking Battle for the Grid has dropped.
Yeah, you have to remember, I haven't been doing this in a while, so I am a little rusty, I apologize. And he just kind of shows up out of nowhere. I'm gonna break down your haunted house, I guess. They have a lot of fights in front of here, and it looks actually really uncomfortable.
Why don't we just send out the monsters? Like, he can't kill all of them.
One of them is called Frankenbeans. I don't think that's going to go over very well. They're all really shitty, obviously, Universal horror movie monsters, of course.
I know, but Frankenbeans is an amazing name.
It's an amazing name. It's just that the rest of it, not so sure.
Here we go.
Where are the others? I guess it was just him? Alright.
Well, he was just here getting a routine checkup from Flabber and whatnot.
Now, they had the mummies from Mummies Alive showing up here. They could do their armor, and they would have been able to help out.
Oh, I see. It's okay for Mummies Alive to get away with schlock when it's cool power armor and whatnot.
No, I never said it was okay. I don't like Mummies Alive a lot, actually. It's very dumb.
Oh. I've heard of, like, friggin' trans fats and whatnot, but having a Flabber in your drink, that's no good.
That's that aspartame that they use instead of sugar. You start seeing Flabbers everywhere. Enough of this fucking generic store brand root beer. Ugh.
Yes, we were all like breaks. Don't go being Beetleborgs now. We won't.
Their break's gonna be like 30 minutes and up, unfortunately.
No, I think, let's have a look. It's gonna be about 6 minutes, judging by the runtime.
Oh, they got like really close to a kiss back there. They're just setting this guy up really fast just to knock him down.
Oh yeah.
I always love how they still do this to this day, from what I've seen in like Modern Kamen Rider. There's always these same shooting locations they use over and over for different series in front of like this dome or this area with the pipes. I think this area shows up in Power Rangers, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised. Now, the gun toy was cool, because as you can see there, it has a dial on it, and you can, like, make different sound effects by putting in different combinations.
Ah, well, just tell me all about it, Tom. As you know, I never had a chance to experience it. Did you have a Morpher, at least? Did you get one of those?
I did, yes, and it was... The Morpher actually had all three, formations that you could, like... There were, like, little pieces of plastic you could put up and put down. Here we go, Beetle Bonder! Beetle Blast!
I mean, these are basically Kamen Rider morphers that they use. Sometimes it's a belt, sometimes it's on the wrist. But it's basically the same.
Ah, green one's the fucking best.
I mean, I like the blue one the most, but the green one is not bad. Like I said, I like all the suits. Even the red one looks good, and that's the girl, so...
Wow. So progressive, Helldragon. Oh, this was great. The comic book paneling.
This wasn't that great, but I mean, at the time, we were kids. We didn't give a shit, so... I really would have preferred this full screen, I'll be honest with you. There you go, thank you.
Full motion video, my ass. I'd rather be full fucking screen. I've been watching a lot of AVGN recently, getting in the mood for Halloween.
Yeah, I should probably watch some of the older ones too. I know we got some Game Center CX actually, horror themed, that I think will work.
Hell yeah.
I always loved their big, huge wrist weapons, too. I always wanted I think they made these as toys. Like, this one, the Stinger Blade. I was like, that's the sickest thing, I want that.
And the girl has a whisk or some shit? I don't know.
It's like a fork? I don't know. It fires lasers, it's okay.
There was also a drill that can attach to it, and yes, I had those.
Man! Was there, like, a Sentai toy you didn't have growing up?
Ironically, or whatever the word is, the original Megazord.
I wonder if that Thunder Zord is still at the flea market. I should really go back, because I saw it when I was looking for, like, extra equipment to get a new job. I looked at them, like, later.
Later.
It was, like, $75 complete, so I might go get that.
He took their child magic!
Well, just use the other. Go buy it. It's like, what, $10 at the store? Go ahead.
Ah, no, my powers.
How did they, like, sometimes you have to try and pick out what's part of the footage and what isn't for that. I'm pretty sure that's just an original invention where he, like, draws energy from his head and then shoots it? I don't know.
Don't kill him or anything, just teleport away.
Well, he's pretty good, it's fine. I've got all their powers. They'll never get more in this show.
Keep expecting Alex Max to just, like, pop up and whatnot.
There's also, like, I don't know if they're gonna pop up in this miniseries. Great effect, by the way. I don't know if they're gonna pop up in this miniseries. I know they're gone in, like, season 2, but there's, like, two bullies, of course. There's Trip and Van. Van Helsing and Trip vampire killer. I don't know what his fucking name is. But they're like the rich bullies.
Yeah.
And then they just leave because nobody fucking cared about those guys.
Oh, wow. The two of them were dropped after season 1 and are only mentioned once in season 2.
I told you, man. I mean, they're just like right the masses out of the show.
Acid. Thanks, Flower.
No, I think you're supposed to make this effect by using like dry ice, but I always looked at that and I'm like, I would drink it once just to see, and then I would probably not drink it again.
Well, I mean, you probably would only drink it once if it was dried ice. That's not a smart idea.
That's true. If I melt dry ice in a swimming pool, can I swim without getting wet? I don't know. Let me ask Tony. Alright, you know what? I could probably do that because that thing is so old and metal, you know?
Okay, so we have the inbuilt powers. These reminded me, or I guess, like, SPD reminded me of this, because all the SPD Rangers had their own, like, genetic powers and whatnot.
That's true, civilian powers, they call it, but this was kind of the first show to really sort of do that in the adaptation, so...
And it's kind of smart because it lets the kid actors have shit to do as well outside of the suit actors.
Yeah, I mean, we have an effect for speeding him up. It's great, we need to use it somewhere. Let's give it to this kid.
Alright, the thinking cap is on.
Can you take it off? I'd really appreciate it. You know what that looks like, right? Just big baby bottle kind of thing, or, you know.
He's a sweetheart, leave him alone. He's gonna stay here and just think of a way to solve the day.
Your shirt is... I mean... the stripes and then like the matching green shorts, I don't know how to feel about that. At least the others kind of match a little bit.
Oh no, I've been cooked.
Ain't that the truth?
To be continued. Will he get the girl? Well, we'll find out in a second. Closing the video down. There are just shenanigans going on here. We don't need to worry about that. So, Curse of the Shadowborg, mate. What do you think for the start of the arc?
Well, I mean, it's kind of standard, for the time, although the Shadowborg himself, of course, is cool. Ultimately, you know, you would think this is kind of more of a movie, but it's obviously presented as, like, just 6 episodes bond together, so the stakes aren't super high yet, but, you know, they do have some good fights later on that we're gonna get to that I'm looking forward to.
Alright, I have the next episode up if you're ready.
Same here.
Here we go. The next episode of the Shadowborg saga, which is episode 27, The Rise of the Blasterborg. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, how the Beetleborgs gonna get out of this one? If only there was a really handsome child actor for some strange reason who, I don't know, maybe marketable.
I guess you can't really have that tension anymore, and the series is 20 years old. We kind of know how it ends. Well, it doesn't end, actually. It just ends on a cliffhanger, which really sucks. I'm going to reiterate that, because Beetleborgs was really cool, and I would have loved to see more, but that's just a shame.
Yep, alright, here we go. We got bikes. We've got the 90s.
He's just going to chase down him for selling Mortal Kombat, you know, to the kids. I mean, it was around that time, wasn't it? Like 94, 95?
Roughly, yeah. Oh, the chauffeur character. He worked for the bullies, I think.
Yeah, Free Comic Book Day is not this good, guys. I mean,
No.
It is not as successful as you think. Although, I would imagine it was the 90s, so comics were actually more successful back then due to that, like, speculator boom that they had, and then the industry just crashed.
Oh, true. Here's the bullies.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm trying to ID who is who. They're both assholes, in my opinion.
Yes, Trip and Van, played by Todd Hurst and Patrick Seaborn. These brothers constantly pester the kids' daily lives by flaunting their wealth and self-acclaimed superiority. Trip was the smarter of the two, whereas Van was a bit slow.
I mean, obviously we've shown the characters, but whenever we have these kind of characters that are played by child actors, I always hope things turn out well for them, because, you know, they get kind of shit on around this age, like especially the kid who played Justin in Power Rangers Turbo. I think he's doing better now. I hope he is, because, I mean, you know, we always want them to kind of grow up and be happy, you know?
Yeah, it would be nice. Let's see. I am going to see if he is still working. The last actor credit he had was in 2009, and this is 2019 when we're recording this. But he apparently was a visual effects data wrangler and additional photography on the Birds of Prey movie. Head of operations, Big Flick Rentals, John Wick Chapter 3, visual effects data wrangler for Doctor Sleep, which I think is the Shining sequel coming out this year.
I see. Well, no, that's good. I'm glad he's still getting kind of work in the TV industry. I also love how SHADOWBORG shot one bullet and a building exploded. It was just that amazing. You could buy this gun.
Yeah, you can. Look at it.
I mean, I think it's just the same gun, but it's just colored black and it still has the number pad in case you need to call your mom during a fight. I mean, you never know, right?
Vexor, come pick me up. I'm done destroying.
No, not perfect plumbing. It was literally the best.
That's why it had to go.
The fucking Teamsters, I swear. This is what happens when unions get too powerful. They just kind of take down other guys.
I'll throw you at them, woman. Perfect plumbing, yes.
They survived, I'm glad. Oh no!
She's dead.
I didn't get her number or address or anything.
There was no danger of her being hit at all.
The medical bills would have cost just as much as that sign, so...
It all worked
I think
out.
it would have been fine. What's a slab leak? Okay, I've got to know. I have to know. What's a slab leak? I'm going to look this up right now.
Well, something that leaks through a slab, I would wager, Eldragon.
Well, fuck. Under the surface of the floor. A slab, you're right.
No, he seriously has all your powers. He's wearing sequins, for God's sake.
Joe, you should have just put on, a costume and threw cards at him. I think that would have worked.
Try and catch me, fucker!
Oh no, not the US mail!
Man, Americans really hate it when you fuck with their mail.
Yeah, now we're in a... Was FedEx around at this point? I don't think they were, or maybe it was super early, FedEx.
Ooh, it's slowly moving towards him.
Oh no, it's just a disc I'd easily do. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Let me just put that over here for you.
Oh god, that's CGI.
I know, it's early 90s CGI. I mean, it got us reboot, and got us stuff like that. So she can't pick it up, but she could just slowly push it. Yeah, no, I'm kind of not surprised that didn't work out.
It's increased strength, it's not Herculean levels.
It should have been Herculean. Okay, well, then they would have to animate that with bad 90s CGI, and that would not have worked out.
Really, SHADOWBORG? You're struggling with this? It's a fucking pickup truck.
No, I insist!
Darn.
I don't know how to respond to that. I mean, he's basically right.
Yeah, he's having the time of his life here.
666! Oh no, that's the cold one, I'm sorry.
He throws them suckers.
Alright kids, just don't move. We're gonna film that for a little bit. Oh, that dialogue, I swear. Ugh.
I remember him being more menacing, but then again, I was an idiot kid back then.
Well, I mean, we all were idiots when we were kids. That's what being a kid is all about.
Yeah, as kids, definitely. Big, strong adult brain now. What?
You know, that's not a very good gun. I mean, okay, it blows up buildings, great. But freezing kids, I'm done after 10 seconds. Yeah, let's get them back.
Oh god almighty, what happened here?
The comics industry crashed. We have so many number ones we can't sell. Urkel came in here, he just messed everything up.
He was like a tornado, we couldn't stop him and his references.
I don't know if you know about this, but they had that new Scooby-Doo series going on where they team up with celebrities. Urkel is in that, and he's played by Jaleel White. He sounds nothing like Urkel anymore, but to be fair, it is 20 years later. So
Yeah. I've seen a clip of them interacting with Batman. That was pretty funny.
Well, I mean, that's kind of easy to do. They were both owned by the same company, and it was Kevin Conroy still for this one, I think. I got you a bunny, but I didn't get you insurance, sorry.
Who is this person? I need to look this up. Heather, played by Elizabeth Z. Lund. Drew's crush. No matter what, Drew could never tell Heather what he really felt. She would sometimes help out at the comic shop, and also enjoyed reading them. During the SHADOWBORG saga, she developed a crush on Josh. Okay.
Well, to be fair, he is more attractive, his powers are more interesting, he's got that cool jacket.
Taller.
Got her a bunny. Taller? No, taller is actually a huge advantage compared to Drew, who is not. And nobody asked you, Drew.
Hashad! Oh god, he got here before us.
No, it starts as Josh, but then it ends in Ool.
I love it. Guys, you could buy your own chocolate. You could buy a fucking chocolate factory.
Well, now, you have to understand, they didn't get rich by making a lot of money, they got rich by being extremely frugal, which means taking other people's chocolate, rooting in their trash. The fat cats, they didn't finish their tuna.
Yeah, absolutely right. And here we are at Sitcomville again.
I could be your girlfriend instead!
Oh, we could all be your girlfriends.
Alright, so while we are dealing with the cursed monsters, what was your favorite monster?
Let's have a look here. I think it might have been the Mummy, honestly. He seemed like an okay guy.
There's, I'm trying to get her name really quick. The one they introduce in the second season, let me get her name. Oh, that's just the list of the monsters that they fight, not the actual monsters.
Little Girl, mate, played by Linda Godhouse, yeah.
Yeah, no, she was actually, I liked her a lot, because she was a little shit to them, and trust me, they deserved it, so, I guess her.
Yeah, she was the niece of the Grim Reaper, a Grim Reaper in training who loves collecting.
What, Pokemon, or... that's Souls, isn't it? I mean, it's always Souls, it can't be something nice.
The Wikipedia leaves it, vague, as it were, so infer away.
So, are they going to something with this, or...?
Alright, we have Mums, voiced by Michael Sorich in the pilot episode, and Blake Tawney in later episode. Frankenbeans, played by David Fletcher. Count Fangula, played by Joe Hackett. The Pipettes, played by Tracy Belushi, which is a multicolored spirit-like trio of ladies who live in a pipe organ. They were dropped halfway through the first series. We have Golem, performed by Dan Leto, a living stone monster. I can't recall him, honestly. And then we have Wolfgang Wolfie Smith, and he is voiced by Scott Page Pater.
Yeah, I don't remember the Golem either. I think he... did he live underground? I think there's like a secret corridor that I think he showed up in, and that's like it. I don't legit remember him at all. He is possibly the best character in the show right now, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Like, Drew has a dream, and he's like, oh god, Shadowborg's coming to cook me. Jesus.
He's so tall. Heather would like him more than me.
Yes. Well, as long as Josh goes down, I don't care.
Now, I think the only reason that the monsters weren't kind of eating them was because they had their powers, but I mean, Joe or whatever could still probably just kick their ass anyway, so.
Guess we're gonna have a little bit of an art attack going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just kind of waiting for them to get back to the fight scenes. I mean, like, I was serious. I really didn't kind of like these parts as a kid. The monsters weren't great. I know they were just kind of fucking around. I mean, Power Rangers obviously had their little side shit. You gotta fill an episode somehow. Okay, that's fine. But theirs was less bad than this kind of stuff, where it's just kind of silly pratfall comedy.
Yeah, I guess so. It was the earnestness of Billy Forrester who played Flabber which saves these bits for me.
That's true. I mean, he was alright. If I had to deal with one of them, he was probably the least horrible.
Fortune. That name rings a bell. Where is he? I will find you. Where are you?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the name of the Fortune guy. I know he's here. Arthur Art Fortunes, played by Rick Kennedy, creator of the Beetleborgs comics, who shows up time and time again with new ways to help the kids. A running gag is that the Hillhurst monsters focus on trying to eat him instead of the kids when they're out fighting the villains.
Okay, first off, I don't know why he's hanging upside down. There's just, I guess if you're creative, you can do that. In the second season, what happened was that his brother, Les Fortunes, get it? Gets broken out of prison. So what happens is that he actually ended up drawing monsters and shit for the bad guys in the second season. I can't remember their team name, but they had a Manus lady, and she was fine. But he would do that, and then later on, that cliffhanger that we keep mentioning, he just got up and left, and then that was it at that point. But he was basically helping the enemies kind of make up monsters and items and shit.
Look at this, I can lift a whole PC monitor.
No, that's a Macintosh. That's how you know she's super strong. Those things are hard as hell to move.
Yes.
Yeah, don't answer that. I mean, he kind of just... Who does he remind me of? Andy Warhol? I get a kind of an Andy Warhol vibe from him. And a clown. A clown helps as well. He also kind of looks like the host of... And I know this is a kid show we're doing already, but he looks like the host of another kid show... You know, you'd see on PBS where they teach you how to draw. He kind of looks like one of those guys.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Wizard or something like that. I don't know.
Can't we have just taken a taxi?
Or, oh no, Uber hasn't been invented yet. Wow. Now I'm trying to remember all the, now I'm sitting there going, did FedEx exist? I know Uber didn't exist.
Can you believe that Super Mario 64 came out 50 years ago?
What? It's just so ancient.
Like, every year you just add on another 5 years and people eventually will go and fact check. I would prefer Domino's, but you're tasty too.
Yeah, they had to get out the fork and knife because we got Papa John's tonight, so we have to be formal about it.
I'm exposing my balls on the TL here, but whenever my mum and I went to Pizza Hut when I was a kid, and that was a fairly large amount of the time, I would eat pizza with a knife and fork.
Why?
Because it made the pizza last longer.
Now, to be fair, there's one pizza back then I would have done that with, and that's with the New Yorker. I love the New Yorker, by the way. If you ever quiz me on pizza, it's my favorite pizza promotion from Pizza Hut. New Yorker was the brainchild of Reggie Fils-Aime from Nintendo.
Nice.
So, I know, no, it was the greasiest piece of shit in the entire world, and I loved every second of it. Oh, it was so good.
Oh, there he goes.
I mean, you gotta have if you have a haunted mansion, you need one of those spinny bookcases or spinny walls. I found one with a spinny toilet. That didn't work out well when I had to go to the bathroom.
I can't rotate and take a shit at the same time, it's just not possible.
Watch me. So you might notice we don't have a lot to say. It's because these segments are really boring, actually.
I can imagine, like, going back in time and watching my young self watch these. I was entertained at the time.
I mean, we were kids. I mean, our tastes were not as distinct as they were back then. I certainly wasn't as cynical as I am now. I will be honest with you there. Nope, just sadder.
He's doing his thing. He's putting on a show. There you go, there's the Elvis influence.
Can we be part of the scene now?
Yeah, well, it's our show after all.
That's true, it's the Big Bad Beetleborgs. I don't know what's so... Well, they're not that big. Drew's not that big, especially. That's why Heather doesn't like him.
Well, of course they get along well. They're both insane.
Well, to be fair, Flabber at least doesn't try to eat him, so... Can you do something already?
Amazing. Yeah, that's a very genie thing to do, which is why it makes me think, though.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see the influence. I mean, you have to remember at the time, Aladdin was freaking huge. Like, one of their most successful films at the time. So, I see it here.
Still kind of salty they didn't put King of Thieves in Kingdom Hearts 3, but there's always next time, I guess.
Well, don't worry, there'll be about 10 more of those games before I die.
Yes, there will. Flabber, now is not the time.
It's never the time for accordion. When you say that, you imply there is a time for dancing with an accordion. There has never been a time, and there will never be a time for that.
Alright. Meanwhile, at the cemetery.
Yeah, what's awkward is that episode where they had to move to the pet cemetery for a little bit. That got weird.
I like him. He's straight to the point.
I did like Vexor. These guys aren't as cool as the ones that they appeared later, but Vexor always had that Dracula I cannot fucking stand these people, and yet I gotta work with them kind of vibe, so I appreciate that.
Well, he was better than the villains in Masked Rider, let's put it that way.
That's true. I mean, like I said, Shadow Moon is super cool, but the dub doesn't really work. So, I guess what I don't get is maybe they would have planned this down the line, but they should have really, I guess what they could have done for a final battle is give the monsters their own super suits as well, because there were actually more metal heroes in the series that they adapted, like various different characters that do show up very briefly, but that would have been a good way to recycle those designs even if you couldn't do it with the footage.
There you go, the White Blaster. Who will be the White Blaster? Will it be Flabber? Will it be the Frankenstein? Oh god.
Just terrifying me with each single step. Good thing we are doing this near Halloween, because I am just scared right now, guys.
I'm spook solid.
No, not dude. Come on. To love?
I need somebody to give Beetleborg powers to.
It's kind of like love, when you think about it. It's a love song in its own way.
I would consider it love if someone gave me morphing powers.
You know, I mean, we've always thought that. Like, what would our powers be if we were, you know, Power Rangers? Things like that. Obviously, I would be, in Power Rangers Turbo, I'd be the brown sedan Power Ranger. And my Zord just makes a shoe for the other Zords to wear. It's very important, though. It gives them enhanced kicking powers.
I guess I would be in Zeo and I'd have, like, a dodecahedron as my shape.
For what series? Is that Zeo, or...?
Yeah, that's Zeo, mate.
Well, I mean, that's like 12 sides, 8 sides? I'd have to go through the numbers here.
Well, obviously I'd be more powerful than all the Rangers combined.
Of course you would. Yes, I get it. And your Zord is better than all the others, but their Zord can combine with yours, incidentally.
Oh, man.
I forgot he talked like a weird... I want to say Mr. T, but that doesn't really match. Just some weird guy.
This fat Albert shit. Flabba-dabba-dee-ba-dabba, Beetleborgs.
Actually, you know what? You know what? He kind of sounds like a fat Albert. I just realized that.
Got him!
Screw actual... Okay, that's pretty actual for the actress, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I think this actress actually did show up as part of a singing competition at one point. I don't remember which one, but there is footage of her out there doing a song.
Okay, let's see if I can find them here.
But it's to be continued.
Gosh darn it. They're just gonna do antics in the credits, I guess. Close that down. You were talking about Nano Williams played by Vivian Smallwood, and she's a hit granny and a trained martial artist.
Like in real life, or...?
No, that's just the character.
Yeah. But I could have sworn I've seen her, she was doing a song in some, talent thing.
Well, we're not here to talk about that, we're here to talk about Beetleborgs. Any, additional comments before we move on to the next episode?
I have none. Let's continue.
Okay, episode 3 of this arc, which is The Revenge of Vexor. Woo! So here we go. In 3, 2, 1... What is SHADOWBORG doing at this point in time, may I ask? He's just going around destroying, like, perfect plumbing, what's next, exceptional electronics, and so on?
Perfect plumbing, exceptional electronics, bitchin' bookstore.
Yes!
I would go to bitchin' bookstore. It sounds amazing.
Now, we haven't actually commented on the theme. What do you think of the theme of Beetleborgs?
It's terrible 90s cheese, but I got a soft spot for it.
Hell yeah, mate, hell yeah. Yes, evil.
I haven't really done much so far. I need a whole episode devoted to my non-specific revenge.
Like, you totally hit it on, like, the head here, the nail, as it were, of Vexor's character. He's just so fucked off with everything.
The problem with the Vexor suit, and they couldn't really get him to really do much, is that cape is massive and plastic, so it's probably a bitch to move around in.
We are cops and we enjoy donuts.
And it just reminds me when Bulk and Skull became cops, which was instantly more endearing than whoever these two guys are. I think they're just new characters. Fuck, I don't know.
Remember Bulk and Skull were the fucking guys during the space arc?
Well, I mean, they were kind of the guys for a while. But yeah, no, during the space arc near the end, that was pretty good.
I think they had some of the best. This is completely irrelevant to what we're talking about here, but they had some of the best character arcs, as we might see in the next set of episodes, the finale to the Super Sentai Henshin Power Hour.
Give me those donuts. I don't want to do any actual work. What's wrong with you?
Yes, they can.
They're cops just abusing their rights, I guess. That's topical.
Did you just, walk off the set of Rocky and Bullwinkle? What's going on here?
Well, Rocky and Bullwinkle or Rocky Horror, either one.
No, the comics. Whatever. Oh, they have color-coded bikes, how cute.
Well, I mean, it's Sentai. During the 90s, they all have to be color-coded. See, Drew is wearing blue. Roland is green?
He's wearing red underneath. This doesn't work at all.
And Joe is just wearing green, but she becomes the red Beetleborg, so fuck it, I don't know.
Joe is wearing every colour the 90s had available at the time, which was 90s fashion.
Red.
Except red.
I guess it's her hair? I don't know.
See, I like that they act like kids and don't try to, play act adults. That was always annoying.
Ugh, you know an adult wrote this scene, though. Do people do that anymore? I guess they do. I don't know. I've never had a girlfriend, so I can't really tell you.
You're expecting me to fill in the social blanks for you, mate? I'm in the same bus. Hiya! Sci-fi fun.
Well, I tell a lie. I actually did have a girlfriend, but I did not know what the fuck I was doing, and it didn't really go that well, so.
Well, hey, there you go. You've got one on me.
We're looking for red shirts to match the red Beetleborg. You know where we can get some.
Look at this JoJo lineup pose over here.
It's true. It's like they're about to head to Egypt over here.
Let's go! Where's she going exactly? Over there, I guess.
Let's just pretend we can't overhear that. Now do that thing in the background where you leave. Now I'm gonna pretend to threaten you.
I want you to be a Beetleborg! What part of that didn't you get?
I think we're gonna go with all that, Alex.
You know, if a fucking drug addict came up to me and said, I will turn you into a Beetleborg, I don't care about the danger, I will follow him to the death.
I don't know. Especially now that the series has been long over, I'd be really doubtful of that in this current era.
Okay, I wasn't assuming it was in the modern day, I'm talking about back in the day. Yeah.
Of course the black kid runs fast, thanks.
Well, what's next? Giving him electrical powers? I never got that.
Okay, now, you're gonna do super strength on this. These are actually not that hard to lift. It's fucking, scant metal. This is not that hard.
And as for me, I will lift my expectations off the floor.
And then I'm gonna send them crashing right back down.
Like they're made of glass things that they were. Oh, that's just boring.
You should have started with the psychic powers first. That one's kinda, yeah. Beat him up?
Well, there's that, or show him the House of Monsters.
I guess if we want to scare him into doing it, that's a good way to make it happen.
Pacing about his lair, bitching about stuff is great.
The Revenge of Vexor? Oh, here's SHADOWBORG. He's just been taking a nap. Okay. Gonna use Blitz waves on you.
I'm infusing him with the gay. You're gay, SHADOWBORG.
The Revenge of Vexor.
Hello, Spider-Man, it's Mysterio. Oh no, I'm gay for you, Spider-Man.
I'm looking for Kamen Rider Black. Have you seen him? I hate it when they look in the camera. Ugh.
Don't worry about it. He's a trained professional. He only got it wrong once. You were talking about how they reused the SHADOWBORG suit, by the way. That character was General Vengix in Power Rangers Wild Force 4 Forever Red. The leader of the Machine Empire remnants. He discovered the location of Serpentera on the Earth's moon and dug it up. They also have the green Beetleborg there.
You scan him for treasure? What are you doing?
I don't know. Potential, maybe?
Probably I could hear what's going on, but I've actually had to turn the volume down just so I can hear Tom, so please forgive me if I fill it with more generic 90s trash. I will say now, unrelated, but the best donuts are chocolate cake donuts frosted with chocolate frosting. That's like the only donut I'll ever eat.
Yikes.
How's that yikes? That's delicious. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm keeping an eye on my blood sugar.
Well, no, I mean, okay, I guess since we're getting older, that's kind of something we have to start doing, but...
Dude, I was like, haha, I'm fucking invincible, Sundowner style, and then, I hit the big 3-0 and literally everything started falling apart.
What I really don't like about these live-action segments, and I guess I kind of understand that, but there's so much reliance on hand wave and then an effect comes out. Like, I especially in this series, you know, with their live-action segments, there's not really a lot of actual physical contact and fighting. I understand they have to film that takes time, but I would have liked more of it. I know Power Rangers did do that. You know, they had those segments where they were actually fighting, but here, not so much.
Oh, rude.
Oh, he's just as fake as he is in real life. This looks like either A, they're going to invite him to become a Beetleborg, or B, they're going to have him join their themed circus with Flabber here, so...
Ah, yes, welcome to the magical cavalcade of monsters. Oh god, I'm flaming!
Do you have gas? Are you okay? Listen, you guys are great, but you're not actually great, and that was a lie. Goodbye!
Are you actually a Red Ranger in disguise, Josh? You certainly dressed for it.
That's true. I mean, it's like when Tommy became the, that Dino Ranger, and he was leaving, and he's like, no, I have to go get a bunch of black clothing to fit me, and I'm like, I like that, actually.
I keep thinking a cat from fucking Red Dwarf when the vampire shows up.
I have not seen enough Red Dwarf to know that.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Alright guys, listen. Your cosplay is very scary, but I really don't want to be involved with that.
That mouth effect is hilarious.
Alright, to be fair, that costume does look like shit. Alright? I mean, the vampire, okay. But the werewolf costume does look like shit in this show.
Well, give it better lighting and you could have Goosebumps tear spooks going on.
Yeah, no, I'm terrified, personally. I mean, this costs, what, 10, 20 bucks? That's scary.
Ah, implied antics.
Yeah, there's a lot of that implied.
Just chilling, just reading the Gazette.
There's like, fuck it, this is great. I'm having a great time.
There you go. You gotta have a bit of Scooby-Doo, banana stuff going on.
What if you didn't, and we say we did? How about that?
How about you just have fun for once in your goddamn life?
I had fun back when I was a kid and this first aired.
Fair enough. I love Drew's insistence on not giving a fuck here, just because he wants to be petty.
It's pretty good. No, I mean, I would be petty too, I'll be honest with you.
Whoa, I didn't realize you had a void room.
I forgot they had a door to nowhere in this mansion. Like, I think that shows up multiple times, actually.
Easy to forget, I guess. Oh, we played Illbleed now?
Illbleed, or kind of turning into Secrets of the Hidden Temple, or something like that.
I actually watched the Defunct Land thing on that. Very good episode.
I need to watch that one, actually. I've watched the other Defunct Lands, but I need to actually check that one out.
What's going on here, then, like?
Oh no, it's a film projector. How scary.
Oh no, it's an old man.
Ew. The greatest monster of all, a dormant Republican.
Don't really see where you got that from. I would have gone with capitalism myself. Rah!
He's like the White Rabbit turned into a human.
Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting. Ooh, let's have a look. Yeah.
It needs a little bit more edge.
Okay, we have to make sure you fit the requirements here. Number 1, are you a teenager? Yes, then you're good. Let's go.
Is teenager-ish? Are they in, like, middle school? I guess they are.
I would say they're like 13 or 14.
Here's a chance to be a superhero. No thanks, man. It's just every 90s kid's like, what's wrong with you?
You just take it. Take it.
Like, at this point, they're just doing the build-up, and we're all on the edges of our seats going, just fucking become a Beetleborg already.
You motherfucker. Even when we didn't know swears, we were swearing.
I got lost amid the crop circles, so it took me a while to find this mansion again.
Do you realize how hard it is to get a bus out here?
They're like in the middle of Montana or something like that. Did they explain why they couldn't just get... Well, I guess they're already assigned their powers, so Art couldn't draw up more powers for them, so...
Well, that would just solve the problem instantly, but, yeah, gotta wait for Season 2 to get new suits.
Hey, where was your big gun that blows up buildings? Why didn't you use that?
Shh, it's fine.
It's not fine, is it?
Alternate joke, he used it all on perfect plumbing.
Well, to be fair, I would personally destroy every perfect plumbing if it meant my plumbing company could take off.
Adequate aqueducts. Sorry, I had to think for a second there.
I don't know what an aqueduct company does. I think you just took a thing. Gets a little too happy talking about his Beetleborg.
Please don't say white power when you transform, whatever you do.
Yeah, okay, sure, I'll go with this.
Okay, now, for the last time, do not use the disintegrate spell.
Oh, that again? What a Tuesday that was.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
We want a fucking rodeo? Come on! Unlimited blade works? He's full of white power!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The suit is pretty cool. I like it a ton, actually. And that's why it's such a bitch that it doesn't last that long. Because I would be like, I would have loved to... Because, you remember, obviously, at the time, I think White Ranger was a thing. And I was a huge fan of the White Ranger. So having another kind of white character, not that way, on, Beetleborgs would have been great.
Well, I mean, fucking Tommy gets the ninja powers and he turns into a goddamn clan member, so...
That's true. I mean, and then later on, like, recently, they gave him a morpher that just switches between his different forms. I'm like, they're all the fucking same. He doesn't need to switch.
Well, I mean, Zeo exponentially gets more powerful over time, so...
That's true.
Oh, he's got the Tommy Hiars going on.
I mean, that's what they were doing. This is just an attempt to make another White Ranger, in a sense. I gotta learn how to aim, I think. This is the first time I took this DLC character online. Give me a break.
I would love, like, one of the Beetleborgs to just shot randomly in Battle for the Grid.
That would be actually super fucking cool. As a guest character, they brought in one of the Beetleborgs. I don't know how you'd work that out, but that would be fantastic, actually.
They could literally put General Venjix in, because he is canon.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would prefer to just have the Shadowborg, himself.
Basically what we're saying is, make Saban All-Stars!
That would be pretty interesting.
Okay, I am gonna main the Knight of the Wood from Mystic Knights.
So are we at the Revenge of Vexor yet? Because I'm trying to follow.
We're building up to it. Give it a sec.
The building up of Vexor.
Oh, my revenge is almost 50% complete.
Well, I told you he's a penis head. At the end, he's just gonna blow.
There you go, Socko.
At least they're fighting. This is a lot lamer than I thought it was. I mean, his powers are super cool. I love that they gave him fucking energy blast. It's a cool fucking suit. But with the dialogue and the sound effects, that's for kids, I think. Weird. Sora versus Roxas. Oh no, a small fence. I can't jump over that.
My one weakness, you won't get me behind this small fence.
Alright, don't kick over the fence. That's got point. Oh, no, it was just a piece of a fence. Okay. 3 typical average kids watch from the sidelines.
Just like that, saw a guy get fucking murked to death. Beetleborgs. I can see you, Flabber. You're next, you know.
You better cut that fucking shit out or you're next, fat man.
I don't get. Sorry, that was funny for some reason.
And then he just leaves. Fuck him. That's why the fucking Shadowborg doesn't show up on the cover, because it's mostly just Flabber emoting.
I'm okay.
No offense, Art, but he kinda sucks.
He kinda sucks major dick, sir.
Oh, I'm a little down. It's just... Oh, okay, I guess you're motivating me now.
Could someone get him like a lemsip or something? The dude is clearly knocked on his arse here.
I'm dying here, Flabber. He has like a little comb on his horn. I just saw that.
Yeah, Flabber put that in just in case he ever loses his comb.
Yeah. Always good to have one on standby. It's an action comb. Just put that back. You're just like a character from Firefly.
Yeah, I haven't watched it enough to comment on that, honestly. I haven't mentioned what the suits are based on, beetle-wise. The Blue Stinger is based on a Japanese rhinoceros beetle. The Green Hunter is based on Stag Beetle, which is probably my favourite. Let's have a look here. I'm trying to find it. The Platinum Purple one was a ladybug. I think a female Japanese rhinoceros beetle was the red one, and a Hercules beetle is Josh's.
Yeah, so there are bugs involved in the Beetleborgs show.
Hey, bugs are kind of rad, mate, once you get past the icky nature.
Well, here's some icky bugs for you, then.
Yay, more!
Finally I figured out what to do for my revenge.
Ah, yes, reruns! All of the reruns!
Just bring them all back, guys. It'll be stopped at the start of the second season, by the way. Pull down all of their pants! Give them all wedgies!
To be continued in the next part. Well, that was that episode. What did you think of the first appearance of the White Blaster Beetleborg?
Again, super cool suit. I love the suit. He does not stick around that long, unfortunately. There's, some lame stuff surrounding you, but like 10/10 design otherwise.
Indeed. Alright, let's set up for the next one. Are you ready? Wink?
Let me go ahead and pull it up here. Wink.
Okay, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've got a bunch of monsters bopping about everywhere. There's an evil Shadowborg, and, yeah, I think we're gonna need maybe, I don't know, a new toy to defeat them all? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think an entire line of new toys sounds like a fantastic, I'm sorry, a great way of saving the day. I agree.
Did they ever do toys of the monsters in the thing? Do you think they were popular enough?
What, the mansion monsters?
Yeah, those.
I think they did, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't really care if they didn't. I don't know anybody who would just kind of pounce over the chance to own figures of those guys.
Good old Shadowborg. I assume these are monsters that were previously defeated in the series. It has been a while since I've watched the episodes before this arc.
It is a great way to reuse these kind of monsters. It's like when I was watching Kamen Rider, and when they were doing Kamen Rider Double, I'm like, oh, every episode's a two-parter. Nope, it just turns out they do that standard in order to make sure they don't have to make as many monster suits.
Ah, I see.
It's a good tactic, I'm not gonna lie.
I see. It's the jealousy portion of the arc.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, and I may have mentioned this before, but the Pucus, or whatever his fucking name is, I don't know. The Venus Flytrap motherfucker, he really kind of actually reminds me a ton of Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors, now that I think about it. Especially, like, with the kind of deal.
Oh, Jesus. Feed me, Beetleborgs! Feed me now!
He does have a whole mouth on the top of his head, and I have seen him stuff hamburgers into it in one episode, and I'm just like, no thanks.
And now, school.
That's always the best part of whenever you're watching Super Sentai. You gotta have the exciting school scenes.
Ugh, that's the motherfucker. Oh, he's the white Beetleborg now, so I have to be nice to him. Oh my god. No, get it off the screen, no.
See, that's what happens when you do an all-nighter to study for... I guess they're doing multiplication tables? I don't know.
I don't like it. Josh, are you talking to your eraser again?
Oh no, Josh is one of those special children. Not only is it creepy, it's actually really annoying. Like, just on a personal sense.
Ooh. Yeah, if there's one thing teachers don't like, it's their weight being addressed. Oh, he's an apple now.
Okay, now he's just fucking with him at this point. I don't even know this is about saving the day. This sounds like more like a Goosebumps episode, actually, than Beetleborgs.
Oh god. With the framing and the blocking and the script writing and just the way everything is shot, it kind of is just a couple of steps above an average Goosebumps episode.
I mean, all you basically have to do is you have to remove the Super Sentai footage, and you basically have a Goosebumps episode, yes. Yeah, because clearly they're paying attention right now. I mean, even if it's not Halloween, it's kind of hard to believe that these are monsters per se, because the costumes are what they are.
They're pretty bad, yeah. Well, I mean, in universe, like, the actual build of them isn't too bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, they obviously had to use costumes from the original series, I want to believe. They are legit from B-Fighter Kabuto, but I haven't seen that show, so I don't know.
Ah, his bicycle helmet is white. Nice.
Well, I mean, when you become a Super Sentai, Power Ranger, Beetleborg, things like that, you have to start wearing those colors. We've mentioned that before. It's only tradition.
Remember that dream sequence in Power Rangers where Bulk and Skull became Rangers?
I think, no, I remember that. I'm trying to remember their colors. I think Bulk was like brown and Skull was like purple. And then later on, when Bulk comes back, Power Ranger Samurai, I think he actually does have a brown Samurai Ranger outfit at one point.
I'm here.
Well, he fast traveled. That's how it works.
Oh, Flabber, please go haunt someone else. I'm trying to live a normal life, honestly.
Well, he's haunting an organ. I'm pretty sure that's pretty bad enough. See, he's a cyborg because he has one metal piece on his chest. That's how you know.
Yeah, it's the 90s and we're not afraid of you.
Well, it's kind of hard to be afraid of these guys. They bungle all the time, their costumes don't look great.
Keep waiting for one of them to say, "Meow, that's right."
Well, in one episode, Drew did turn into a cat, so...
Why do you remember that?
It's really disturbing.
Oh, okay.
I kind of wish I could do that. Well, okay, any sort of teleportation would be nice, but they get the flame effect. You mean business when you appear in a puff of flame in the Starbucks. You know what I'm here for.
It's a bit ostentatious. Maybe, I don't know, flicker in and out of existence would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, any teleport would be fine. But I'm not really that sorry.
No, we need to use you. A child labour law's a thing when we're dealing with Beetleborgs.
I'm a little mad. We don't have time for thinking. What's wrong with you?
We don't have time for stuff. What do you think this is, a 6-part arc? Alright, I keep forgetting that Beetleborgs is an actual comic series in-universe.
Yeah, so they gotta make up their own funny lore for it.
That'd be like the Power Rangers saying, oh, we've lost our powers, we better go find Ninja in the desert.
I know that's true, but when you explain it like that, I realize how silly that sounds.
It's a shame we're not covering the awesome power of Ninja. Ninja was the fucking legit, and I'm sorry, I can't handle any criticism of him.
I liked Ninja's design even as a kid. I did like it, and I guess only now have I come to realize how much I don't like the voice. But I was a kid. I actually really liked Ninja as a kid. I'm sorry.
There was supposed to be a morph, an earth-shattering morph.
Oh my god, that's actually fits him really well.
Oh, I can't get my voice high enough to actually be Marvin the Martian. Just to bring up the Beetle motifs again, we discussed what the main guys were. Let's have a look here, because SHADOWBORG is based on a very particular type of beetle. SHADOWBORG is modelled after a longicorn beetle.
What the hell is that?
It's a pretty fucking nasty looking one, so it fits him.
Does it also have 2 horns?
It actually has a life-size toy modelled right onto it. It's kind of weird, honestly.
You fucking, I swear.
Oh, I love SHADOWBORG's design.
Vexer, this is literally your lair. Why did you teleport out when you could have just walked to the next room?
This is my home, so I won't be going anywhere, but you don't have to talk to me anymore.
Oh no, please don't teleport somebody else here.
I enjoy violating people and removing their privacy and human rights.
This is the 90s, back when this kind of antics was okay, and, not just as annoying as it is now. What's ironic is during game night when they play Werewolf, that game, and then the actual werewolf gets offended of being accused. It's ridiculous.
Oh. Yeah, I think you've got the coordinates wrong there, Flabber.
Man, can't you guys just order out?
Oh, I'm Elvis, and a little bit of Genie's from Aladdin.
Well, no, he's a lot of the genie from Aladdin. Let's not mince words here.
Need you to create more toys, more merch.
More characters, more, well, we can't make more episodes. We don't have the footage for that.
Oh, Shades of Son of Mask, I need you to stop this now.
Yeah, the original Mask was great. I don't know if Mask came out after this series or before it.
I want to say it was 95.
Yeah, around that time. I can, but no.
Meanwhile, here...
These menacing trees, oh no, they got a whole conga line going.
Hold the fucking phone. If these guys, they can teleport, why are they taking the long way?
That is a great question, but let's not answer that for a surprise.
Okay. That mouse motherfucker was one texture away from being the armadillo monster from Power Rangers.
We're all walking slowly towards the Power Morphicon.
Yeah, a toy!
Because I said so.
Look, I'll make sure to write extra super duper powerful on it, and that will make it real.
And don't worry, I'll totally get around to drawing you guys weapons too. See, this is the best part of being a comic book writer / artist. You can just make up any shit and it sticks. I mean, that's why power arguments in Marvel and DC have gone on for so long, because there's no consistency whatsoever.
There we go. How would you rate the Beetleborg Henshin from 1 to 10?
It's not great. I don't have a really numerical thing. I mean, I do like the armor itself, like I said, but the comic book kind of morph into it. It looks really cheap. I'm sorry.
Okay, I understand that, but, the whole Beetle Bonder, Beetle Blast cry is very catchy.
That's true. But I mean, we're comparing this to other stuff. Like, I was, in Kamen Rider Decade, for example, I saw a Henshin of Shadow Moon, where the armor just fits on him instantly. Like, it was a basic effect, but it looked way better.
And let's face it, it's kind of hard to beat its Morphin Time. Wow, never say that again.
Doomslayer just pops in. I smell the gun. What's going on?
A time travel tie-in with Doom Eternal. We're all fucked.
Oh no!
Me looking out for my next kill in Fortnite.
Wait, why didn't you just use the Zords to shoot the SHADOWBORG?
Shh, it's fine.
It's not fine, is it?
Oh, that's my motherfucker right there!
I keep forgetting about this guy, but I did like how he has a huge fuck-off gun for a horn.
I think I like this guy more than Titanus in Power Rangers.
I can see the argument for that. Titanus wasn't bad, but I like this guy. Again, he has a huge fuck-off horn.
Well, we'll edit that out in the next run of stock footage.
This is a little too extreme for me. I think they needed a warning.
Look at all this, not dealing with SHADOWBORG!
Well, I gotta fill it out somehow. There was 6 episodes of this. I mean, you wouldn't know it's about the SHADOWBORG. The fucking monsters are on the cover instead.
I know, we've covered that already. Oh, lordy. Well done.
Go back to the comics, hint, hint. I mean, it's not just like he's just gonna shoot the shit out of him with his lightning gun.
Oh, he's gonna give it the Ghostbusters treatment.
Yeah, that's basically how it is, but that is basically a lightning gun otherwise.
Okay, yeah, it's a good job they all came from that exact issue.
Meanwhile, Linkara is super mad about the cover just being their heads and not really having anything on it.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to go another route with that, and it's like, oh, he's super mad that his skits are never going to be this good.
Well, okay, well, look. This is Beetleborgs we're talking about. This is not exactly a pinnacle of acting, alright? Did you have to stack it? Why couldn't it not shoot its gun? I mean, they were 3 guys. Look, I can't hit them. We need a huge gun for this.
Blammo!
Nuh-uh! Shut up!
Get back in the comic.
Oh no, I accidentally teleported them into the Jane Eyre novel.
Oh no, this was a copy of Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Oh, well, that fight would have been interesting, but let's do this now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. To Dracula E. Sorry, we're not looking for your type. Okay, this is mildly amusing.
Yeah, mild is to put it.
Go outside, find any teenage boy, say, here, this will give you superpowers. Problem solved.
Yeah, let me tell you something. If somebody gave me a free superpower device, I would be all over that.
Like, what? No. This is to be a supervillain. I don't give a shit. Give me the powers now.
Fuck yeah, Dr. Doom, I don't give a fuck.
I'll throw my mum off the Empire State Building for the ability to fly.
Well, at least a bridge, alright? You know, a girl off a bridge, that's fine.
And then I will catch her because my mum is a saint, thank you very much. Think I saved that.
Yeah, I think Flabber has done enough acting with feeling for today. You know, a fighter doesn't need to talk. Just have the Hulk go hit things. We don't use Hulk for negotiations, you know?
I mean, I guess in certain, like, Sentai stuff, they could just have a completely different suit actor, and you'd never know. Just put VA over it.
Well, I mean, they've had it even, like, if there's like female rangers and female monsters in suits, many times they were men actually acting them out. There have been in recent times, though, more female suit actors, however.
Yeah, like the original Yellow Ranger in Mighty Morphin was actually male in Zyuranger.
Yeah, which I didn't mind. That one still being a girl for that, because I didn't really like the skirt that much. I just liked the standard kind of outfit.
It kind of made Trini and Kimberly stand out differently in the lineup anyway, so I'm cool with that.
What do you think of the mooks for this series? These putty-looking motherfuckers.
I prefer the putties, gotta be honest.
Yeah, the putties are way more iconic and they match better. Really a mook in Super Sentai is kind of hit or miss. I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but you still kind of want them to look good.
Ha, that did absolutely nothing to me because I'm cool.
Wait, I thought Art said it would, beat him and shit. I don't know.
Mate, it's only episode 4 out of 6. Are you high?
A little. It'd be nice. Don't you guys have to go steal Pikachu or something?
Yes, to Galar, let's go.
The lady sounds so much, gives me that Jessie vibe, too. So I think some people, well, nobody's thought of it, but I've decided to think of it now. There have been crossover events between Beetleborgs and Power Rangers. I believe there was a miniseries that did not get finished, but I don't think there was any official video of that, so at least the comic exists.
Huh, let me look this up, actually. That's a Power Rangers and Beetleborgs crossover comic, right?
Yeah. Now, it was Metallics, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, Power Rangers Turbo versus Beetleborgs Mechanics, right there. And, wouldn't you know it, Linkara has actually covered that.
That's how I know about it, actually.
Yeah, I found enough stock footage to take part in this fight.
Oh no, my stock footage!
It just cuts and he's in, Hokkaido or something.
I seriously really wish the white guy stuck around. Not the white guy, I'm sorry. The white Beetleborg. I really wish he stuck around. I know, aside from the lack of footage, I just think he fits great.
I'm glowering, pay attention to me!
You don't like that cowboy?
You motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
There's 2 episodes left, you fucking dolt!
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, you have to remember, this was originally on TV. It wasn't a movie, per se. They just dragged the fuck out of it for a while. And which was smart, because the SHADOWBORG is cool, and I guess they figured, well, we can make a lot of money and ratings off of this. And they did. I watched all of it.
I mean, there was a lot of Monster of the Week stuff in, early Power Rangers and so on. So just having an arc like this and what we'll be covering next, Green with Evil, was really exciting to, tune in from week to week.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned before, Beetleborgs was at one point, I believe, more popular than Power Rangers, really just the lack of footage that killed it. See, what would have been great is that the white Beetleborg joined all the time, and then the SHADOWBORG would join as the 5th member. But I know they couldn't do that, obviously, based on the footage, but that would have been sick as shit.
It would have. Jesus Christ.
Can somebody stake this motherfucker already?
You look like a gay member of the clan, my dude.
It's funny because he tried, but he failed really badly.
Yeah, blast it all. Blast it all to hell.
Fuck, he's starting to make me laugh, damn it.
Ha ha ha, we are laughing. Oh god. Turn him into a comic panel.
Yeah, that'll happen to you.
Yeah, okay, that's enough frivolity. We're going to close that down. So that was episode 4, mate. While we get 5 up, any comments to make?
Please do not have the vampire dress up with milk jugs ever again.
Okay, that's fair enough, I suppose. Alright, episode 5 of the SHADOWBORG arc in 3, 2, 1. Okie dokie, the SHADOWBORG's still on the loose, the Magnamores are giving it all this, Team Rocket will probably still have no basis in this thing, and that's about it, really.
I think near the end of this, I'm trying to actually remember how this concludes, and I think I know how it does, but I just want to make sure the show confirms it for me before I say something stupid and confirm what we already know about me.
Oh, you. I like the air of mystery about our cognitive abilities, as it were. Also, just as a behind-the-scenes thing for you, I'll make sure to say click when we do episode 6, don't worry.
Gotcha. Being a dog.
Another fucking Townie episode about the goddamn werewolf.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, they didn't have to stretch this out over 6 parts, but they did, so we have to deal with it. Well, we're not in Egypt anymore, Mummy. You know that, right? Why don't you grow up and get with the times?
How the fuck did you even get here, exactly? Also, you seem to be wearing, like, royal jewellery, so why aren't you in charge?
I'm also trying to remember, when I look at the Mummy, he's reminding me of something else. I guess I'm thinking of all the other Mummy media. You know, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Mummy's Alive, shit like that.
That's about it. Also, The Mummy.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, The Mummy. Of course, he had to have his own movie, The Mummy.
In this episode, where, I don't know, the world is about to end, everyone gets fleas.
That's great. You know what would be greater? If they actually fucking finished this a little early.
Wow, what an asshole you are.
These are our ratings, they're going to the roof!
Just right. That's a fucking Leslie Nielsen tier joke.
You know, I have a feeling that these monsters they really feel like they're, you know, the idea of some executive is like, well, kids are just gonna lose attention, you know, when they're not watching the cool monster fighting shit. We need to have something stupid that I liked as a kid in here, so there you go.
I can see the logic, and we brought this up before, but it was a nice time waster, and you yourself even laughed at the Dracula lad's antics, so it obviously worked.
I mean, I have my limits, obviously, but I mean, I don't mind a little slapstick every now and then, but these guys really do it a lot, so.
Limits, he says. Jesus, I must have made you Goku out multiple times over the course of our friendship. Do you want to kiss? No, what?
They may as well.
Alright, it's time for the Green Borg to mediate, I suppose.
You know, they have bug spray, guys. I think we should invest a little in it.
Flabber, couldn't you just, I don't know, magic the fleas away with your ghost powers?
Well, that would make sense, but shut up. In English, please?
Sorry, I love that trope. Yeah, we're talking about the Axis from World War II here? Oh my god, he's trying to bring back the Nazis. Blonde hair, blue eyes, I should have known.
And meanwhile, at the most happening place in town. And then maybe we can fucking let you do something for a change.
How is he not already? He's like at 50 billion power right now.
That's true. I mean, literally the last episode was about we need to find the SHADOWBORG and shoot him with this big gun. And then they do it, and the big gun doesn't work. And then he just leaves, so...
Then he just leaves. Waiting for it. I'm waiting for the funny thing to come up.
A big hole. Yep, that's pretty funny. Do we really have to... Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yep.
You know, when you have a canyon called Dead Man's Canyon, I really think we should get the PR on that.
How about Post-Mortem Gulch?
What about Rainbow Cove? It's a canyon, I don't care. A cove sounds way nicer.
Yeah. What is the difference between a cove and a canyon? What specifies a cove exactly? Now I'm curious.
Well, a cove has water. It's near a beach.
A small sheltered bay.
There you go.
Coves are cool.
Yeah, I'll give you 100 for it.
Mild example of super strength.
Did they have to make that out of plastic for her to lift it, or maybe they had a jack off screen?
Just a guy named Jack who's really strong lifting it up. Was that necessary? You went back and forth like 5 meters.
Yep, there's nothing but shit here. You're walking through a sewer. Good job.
If only I could. Oh, wait, I can. Get fucked, Josh.
Is that the same hill in the background that the command center was on? I think it is.
Shush, don't reveal secrets. Hello? Really? Ooh, I've got a monk for at least 10 more minutes.
Let's go to Murderer Mountain, or Killer Corral, or something like that. Or Golden Corral, actually. That's not related, but I am getting hungry.
Or Bomber Bluff.
Alright, you are gonna kill these people. I mean, okay, they're monsters. I guess they don't care.
Couldn't Flabber, like, evict them? Who's in charge of the house exactly?
I don't know. I think Flabber was just kind of holed up for a while and couldn't really do anything about the monsters. I guess they just tolerate them now for some reason.
Wow. Great reaction time there, Drake.
Stephen King presents.
This is wacky and all, but can you get to the fucking SHADOWBORG?
I don't know, I'm having a great time getting nothing done. It's great. Just don't go wear your milk jugs again. Ugh.
Oh no, a girl with an idea? Oh, she's morphing!
Is she gonna go fight the SHADOWBORG? That's a good idea, right?
A singular morph. Not very often we get to see this. Oh, okay, why don't you just all do it together then?
I think this is the part where they only have the footage for the one scene, so they gotta use the one Beetleborg.
You know what? You're not wrong. No, Ryu shot.
I am getting fed up with us not killing him, yes.
Get a fucking hobby, guys. You came out of comics. Why don't you find more comics? I'm so fucking bored!
I mean, they've been spending the past few episodes just bitching, you know?
Yeah, what?
I am not a weenie!
You want the weenie! I would love if they just cut back to SHADOWBORG and there was just a dust outline of him.
It just fades away, yeah.
But Mr. SHADOWBORG? Mr. SHADOWBORG?
I kind of wish SHADOWBORG was less menacing and more he just did not give a fuck. Like, they would go to him to help or something, and he'd just be there reading the paper and has a coffee. He's like, do I gotta do this now?
I think the concept of, like, an evil doppelganger, I can't even say words, evil doppelganger, there we go, was done better with the Quantum Ranger.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, Eric wasn't evil per se, he was more of an anti-hero, but he's my hero for coming back, well, Dan Southworth, that is, to voice him in Battle for the Grid.
That's pretty good, and you know they got into it. I mean, they gotta get him to say all the lines.
Foolishness, Lord Zed, foolishness.
And when you tag him in, he says that he's motivated.
Oh, I need more quantum power. I don't care if we mentioned that before, it bears repeating.
Listen, guys, the sexual tension is going to be a little too much for this kid's show, okay?
I'll kiss you, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
Alright, we'll hold hands, but, you know, I'm not going to like it. It better not be sweaty. I didn't write it down, so I'm not going to remember.
Episode 6, Drew does not remember. I adore literal titles. Ugh.
Did you need that? Just...
Look, alright, Mr. Forrester is having a whale of a time as Flabber. Let him be.
Well, I mean, if I have to act in a stupid role like that, I may as well have a good time. You know... I mean, I'm not bashing the people, by the way. I'm just bashing the characters.
You know, all this time, this is just really a random aside, I thought Shuki Levi was Japanese, but he's apparently Jewish. I mean, clues in the title. I'm pretty sure he's Jewish anyway.
Oh no, a fight scene? Cut away from that fast!
Yeah, fuck this.
Well, I'm not getting paid enough for local news.
No, we control the airwaves. Haha, fuck paying for a license.
Hey guys, I got a great idea. We're gonna go to the forest so we can film a movie about a ghost. It'll be awesome.
Just a ghost.
Bob Ross? I mean, no, he gets me to chill out too, so.
Secret TV. The most alluring of all TVs.
I'm just gonna put it on a little old Cinemax. Yeah, those costumes are awful. Oh yeah, and they're all killing people, yeah. It's got more tilts than a Shyamalan film.
Can we please go to the actual fight scene? Oh, okay, we're in the graveyard now.
I wish you would just push me on one of these gravestones and just make out with me all night long, but I wouldn't like it.
I'm so glad we're keeping it PG for the underage kids. I guess the Ninja Turtles were just here filming a crossover.
Did you like the next mutation, by the way?
I watched a few episodes of it. I can't remember doing so, but I definitely did it because I feel it in my soul.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it wasn't great, but I watched it.
I like the in-space crossover. One of my favourite bits of Power Rangers media is where, I forget which turtle it was, it might be Mikey, kisses the hand of the Yellow Ranger, and it has a slow zoom in on the Red Ranger folding his arms. I miss the Twitch Power Rangers marathon. Well, I was going to say one of the Nightmare sets, but that was a little bit bigger budget.
The Beetleborgs who don't do anything.
What?
Why would you have that?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's just part of my collection of traps.
Somebody's toilet in here. Constantly basting him at 350 degrees or something.
Now, stay calm or I will tickle your dingus. What's with the homoerotic overtone to this commentary? I don't get it.
It's pretty hot. It's a great time.
Yo, Vexor, you dick. What up?
You look like a big fucking dildo. See y'all.
Soon I will scan you so hard that the TSA will never notice you going through customs.
Oh, I forgot he had an invisibility power, actually.
What? Those aren't supposed to do that.
Don't make me waddle!
If this was Lord Zed, he would have killed you before you even got halfway across the room.
That's true. He had, the lightning staff, so he could do that, and they didn't actually... But, to be fair, his suit also had legs, so...
Yes, well, that's a point. I don't know, just put Vexor on a fucking Roomba and just send him across the floor.
Seriously, can the actor not move in that suit? I guess he can't. Maybe the top is so heavy. I'm not sure. Just delegate, I suppose.
Neat. Go already, nah.
Does nobody walk in this show?
Vexor is, really camp, but I kind of appreciate that in a villain.
I kind of liked him. I liked his design a little better. I know, in the second season, they replace it with Nucus, that Triceratops head motherfucker. I never liked him as much as Vexor, actually. That's not slow-mo. That's actually how fast they move.
Another favourite comedy trope. I'm going to poke you! No. Oh shit, we doing it.
Are they finally fighting? Good. Okay.
Yeah. Wait a minute, did Josh become smaller?
You know, he kind of did. Yeah.
It's okay, he's just more compact.
Okay, this is just turning to American Gladiators at this point. See, he lost. He didn't have his little big Kimbo stick.
Oh, fuck!
I wonder if they ever put out any, like, because I know Power Rangers has put out, like, CDs of the OSTs and things like that. I don't know if Beetleborgs ever did one with, like, you know, music from the show.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Soundtrack. There's Beetleborgs music on YouTube, but I think that's about it.
Yeah, it doesn't really count, so there's no official release?
Beetleborgs has never had any official soundtrack releases, it says here.
Well, I mean, it's not stellar music, but...
See, what it really needed is a good vocal theme, like Go Green Ranger and so on.
He's basting himself. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I fucking love the Blue Beetleborg Super Mode. Like, that was the tightest shit. My ass was on the edge of the seat at the conclusion of this when he uses it to fight SHADOWBORG. It was just like, oh, it was so awesome.
Oh, shades of Ida from My Hero Academia, but yeah, this is cool.
Well, it's more of a battleizer than anything.
It's actually a little bit better than most battleizers, because it looks like an extension of the suit instead of something just, like, plopped on top of it.
Okay, well, you say that, but he has pointless vents for no reason whatsoever.
Dude, he's so hot, he has to vent the steam.
That's true. I can kind of see it now. Don't make us fight. We don't want to do that.
He's cool. Don't touch him.
His toy will sell more.
Just shoot him. Oh my god.
Did we really have to use the super mode on this guy?
Back I go.
But mostly me.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it was him who fired the shot.
It was pretty much mostly him, yeah, that's not wrong.
Finally, back to skits.
Man, it was really hard to fit through the door like this, though.
Just 10 minutes of maneuvering. Nice.
Mwah.
Now we kiss.
This does not call for a flower celebration. Do not do that.
Okay, and where's the celebration come in? We're gonna order out, or...? Oh, hooray! I'm glad that subplot was fucking resolved.
Yeah, thanks. You know, because I had legit forgot that there was a Flea episode going on. Saberwolf, you look terrible.
Ha 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 ha, we are laughing.
Door just opens up. I'm here to stop all the fucking jokes. Alright, let's fucking fight. It's really just Saban at the door. Sorry, you're cancelled.
Well, kids first, I guess.
Gone Home, 1995.
How did you do that before you got here?
Well, the next episode is coming up and it's the last one, so I'm gonna make a prediction. And then he fucking leaves!
I was just about to make a pun of next episode, the SHADOWBORG fails. Okay, that's enough of that, bollocks. Let's just quickly see what's in the credits. Yep, more skits. Nope.
Sounds stupid, got it.
Comments on that one?
They still wasted a ton of fucking time. But like I said, I really do like the, I think the official name is the Thunder Stinger, Beetleborg. It's cool. I really like it. And I'm actually looking forward to this next bit when they finally fucking fight this guy.
Let's see. Just in terms of the weapons, Stinger Blade is Blue Stingers, Stinger Drill is the more enhanced Beetle Battler, Hunter Claw is Green Hunters, Striker Blaster is Red Strikers, and Thunder Stinger. More powerful than any Sonic Laser, only the Blue Stinger Beetleborg can use it. Has dual pistol and shotgun modes. Helps Blue Stinger transform into the Mega Blue Beetleborg.
Okay, well, I think Thunder Stinger, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Alright, let's finish off this little SHADOWBORG arc with episode 6 in 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, judging by the SHADOWBORG's antics, I assume he's going to appear, then disappear at least twice more in this episode before it's all resolved.
Sake. I'm so glad this is the last one, because I know at this point they are actually going to have a fight scene. I dimly recall it. Maybe this is just me kind of making a presumption, but I think as a kid I was irritated by that too. I'm like, when are you gonna fucking fight?
Sorry, I have to go back and plug myself into the AC.
Gotta plug Vexor in, alright? His battery's run low. Exit from the comic shop as fast as possible. I thought that was Ginyu in the background for the minute there, but no, it's a completely different asshole. You hitting on my sister, too?
Jesus Christ, Josh, just as we got over this. You would still feel his hand, though.
Yeah, I tricked a girl! A little girl!
If you don't mind, I'm trying to make out with my copy of SHADOWBORG over here.
Well, I was planning to just punch him till he lost too.
Yeah, here's a picture of you beating the enemy. No, that's not actually what's happening in real life, it's just for inspiration.
Going to the comic shop is dangerous around here, kid.
Yeah, well, about
that. He's fat and 40.
Yep. Well, okay, I get calling him fat, but what was the deal with the age?
I don't know, he seems 40-ish to me.
At least 5 pounds.
Now you just make me feel jealous I can't bench that much.
Sorry, I'm kind of laughed out at this point, so everything is just setting me up.
They're in the fucking boxes, you idiot! It's funny, can we move on?
What, you got a drug problem or something?
Well, he has a job, so... It's kind of a drug problem when you think about it.
Whoa, is this ghosts?
So are they trying to avoid paying this man for doing his job? I don't get it.
I think that might be what's happening here. This is fucking Looney Tunes.
Well, Looney Tunes has had some subtlety.
He was looking directly at this happening.
3 minutes so far.
Final episode of the arc, guys.
Hey, I'm a completely different guy that was voice acted over that bit. Let's avoid our creditors by giving the man a heart attack and a psychological breakdown. Great!
What? I'm trying to, just process all this. It should have been called The Beetleborgs Gaslight the Comic Industry.
The Beetleborgs who don't pay anything. Yeah, fuck capitalism!
Even though our powers come directly from capitalism.
That's sad. That's legit sad. Well, it's comics. Well, okay, well, in the 90s, yeah, like I said, comics did better than they are now, so...
You guys gonna do anything in this episode?
I'm gonna bitch and moan and I'm gonna get fed up. I am a weapon, though.
Yes, probably should have told you that. Eye lasers.
It doesn't go well. Next.
Well, at least he didn't grab her wrist and restrain her. You know, the typical way of restraining women. Stop this, you incompetent cunts!
He is!
How many times do I have to tell you, if I don't run a thing over him, he will explode?
Get me a new stick. I have to baste him furiously every hour.
Sorry, the image of just basting him and putting him back in the oven is hilarious. Oh god, can we please get to something here? I've literally run out of steam.
That's not funny. No, he's just laughing politely.
But seriously though, I'm gonna cut off his fucking penis.
Is this the best time to do this, guys? She's in the fucking hospital.
Yes, she's at her most vulnerable, and thus most attainable.
This guy's just leaving the scene. Nope, I'm done.
I like how Josh's flower is just a little bit bigger.
So is Urkel gonna get the girl, or... Oh no, I'm thinking about a different 90s show where this fucking happened.
Yeah, did you mean all of them?
This is weird.
Yes it is. God, that kid's legs are so skinny. Maybe he's in the hospital for a different reason.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, he had actually some really scrawny fucking calves there.
Maybe if we combined our flowers... Flabber, could you combine our flowers?
Please don't say that. When you were learning to spell your name!
That's very Mask-esque.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's actually like a huge rip-off kind of effect. Yeah, I'm kind of bored too, Vexer, I'll be honest with you.
It's like, what are you doing?
He's not wrong, I agree with him. This is just... Okay, now, if that was Balrog, that would have worked.
Really, I'm just kind of enjoying this. You can carry on all afternoon if you want. Alright.
We can't actually animate Vexer fighting. What are you, weird? They didn't have to animate his mouth either, which is pretty good.
Yeah, he says that, but he still had to wait for the front door to be open before he could get in.
Well, Nuke like ices him in like a minute.
They had to carry him up like a little flight of stairs.
They probably had to carry Vexer in here, yes.
Are you done? They're like dead. I don't think that's going to do anything.
Well, they already are dead. Okay, well, except the werewolf, I guess. How the fuck did you get in here? It took a while.
No. No. Why would we ever agree to this?
I'd say break his knees, but I don't think he has any.
You fucking get him! Bang! Bang!
I will open a Stargate, I swear to God. Oh, okay, that's how he got in.
I should have done this to begin with.
Is it art? How?
Oh, I see. This is how they write out Josh, because they didn't have enough footage.
Yeah, although, I think what they may wanted to do was try something, with the Green Ranger had to get written out, so they used the White Ranger instead, yeah. Hey, stop being bored in this class that teaches you nothing valuable about the real world. What's wrong with you?
Just doing maths. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
I want to crush this math with my superpowers. Ow! Oh, rock bottom. Just waiting for summer vacation.
Oh, I would have loved if, Shadowborg was just outside the window.
Just kind of sitting there.
He just, knocks on the window. 3 o'clock. You. So, we're all agreed. We saw those clocks, right? Yeah, that was weird.
I know, just all at the same time. I think this is the same school that featured a Masked Rider, too. I can't help but feel it is.
Let's just say it is. Who cares to question us?
We're all going for a jog, that's all.
Yep, this is the perfect place for Shadowborg to ambush them.
Just in the middle of a fucking random valley. It's not even a cool final battle location. This effect costs $10.
Ooh, taste the money. Raking it in. Oh, Josh, this is the last time we're going to get to see you, Morph.
Yeah, it is a shame. Like I said, I really do like the suit.
Hello, it's us.
But nobody fucking cares. Let's fight. Oh, I'm here too.
Oh my god, it's a Dante and Virgil situation.
It kinda is. It kinda is.
Foolishness, Shadowborg. Foolishness.
Did we ever find out who Shadowborg's voice actor was? It's been a bit.
I will look that up for you.
Why'd you give him to the white Beetleborg? He's like the lamest one.
Shh, it's fine. It's fine.
Now, you kids be home before dinner, alright?
Bob Pappenbrook.
Oh, Pappenbrook, okay. Because with the way he invokes some of his voices for this character, I was kind of getting a Jim Cummings sort of vibe, when he tries to be evil and shit.
Ooh, snivelly, it's very, very good, yes.
To quote Charles Darwin.
And if I might quote no, we're not going down that route again. Look at that obvious Japanese coastline footage.
Yeah, no, you can pinpoint the exact point when it becomes, the footage becomes, 5 years older. I do like, actually, kind of, in a nostalgic sense, the framing and the lighting in these older clips. It just looks really good.
Oh my god.
No, please don't.
Almost. He's almost gone. Say goodbye.
I froze nothing for that attack?
Oh, that makes me so mad.
Just gonna vibrate just as badly as Vexter does.
Give me a minute. Get in there.
Warming up a bit. Just gotta jiggle into place. There we go. You gotta get the gun first. I don't know where the gun came from, but you just need it first.
Well, without the gun, you can't have the vents, and without the vents, you can't have the bitchin' wing backpack. The wings serve no purpose, they just look cool.
Yeah, that's just here to be a cool hyper mode.
Also, what was Deep Freeze about it? You just shot him a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly. It did nothing.
Oh, what's that? You're in trouble now, motherfucker.
This is the last episode for you.
Alright, well, bye.
No, I said surrender viciously.
I wish I had more screen time in this special.
I shouldn't have left 14 times. He died as he lived, not actually part of most of the story. Now he just sounds stupid.
Oh, bummer. Oh, back to macking on that chick that Drew couldn't get. Really, guys?
No, seriously, guys, do not have a fight scene. Just don't.
It's me again.
I fucking lied.
Nah, I'm coming for you. Oh, Lord.
We can beat this dildo. Is this like legit the episodes before Nukas comes in?
I think they might be, actually.
Like, just like directly beforehand.
I'm gonna look it up.
Because this is clearly final battle footage. Let's all hug.
This shit gay!
Never did get to kiss Josh.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
No, we're back. It's fine.
Yep. No, we're fine, actually. We were wearing armor.
Yeah!
The next episode is called Yo-Ho Borgs. Flabber brings Captain Blackbeard into the present to help with the kids' history project.
Oh, God.
Status quo is king.
Fucking Bill and Ted. Who is firing the Rapugan over here?
Bill and Ted cartoon was my shit, mate. Oh my god, he's huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
No! In about 10 episodes time, also.
They weren't ready, then to naturally kill him. It has not been a ball, Art. I would in fact say it's been a flat.
Josh, you're not part of this anymore. Fuck off.
Yeah, I think he just doesn't show up again, which sucks, because again, I know the circumstances, but I really would have liked him to kind of stick around.
He could have been like Billy in Power Rangers, except with all, without the gay bashing and so on.
Yeah, oh well, let's just go there, huh?
It's rough, man.
He's a dog, he doesn't know how to read.
Oh, I see, a caricature. How demeaning.
Wait a minute, this is Dimitri from Darkstalkers. This is Anakaris from Darkstalkers, and this is also Victor from Darkstalkers. I really want Darkstalkers back, guys.
Me love the monsters.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but they at least being nice.
It's fucking huge, mate. I don't want to say anything, but...
Well, at least he's not dressed as the white jug Beetleborg.
Oh, Lord.
Next season.
See you next time. Same Beetle place, same Borg channel.
Yeah, they don't make the white one again, because, I mean, he would have sold... If he was a comic book character, he would have sold a ton of fucking comics, don't lie. Not a big difference, but...
I mean, you stood around and enabled SHADOWBORG's defeat, so you get +1 for that.
Not SHADOWBORG.
You're the most not SHADOWBORG out of everyone here.
Well, thanks, guys. That's them trying to figure out how they can get the Beetleborg back.
Yeah, he's just gonna go home and fucking seethe.
Well, I mean, he's gonna have a girlfriend, so I guess it doesn't matter.
He's not dying, he's just going home.
And then again, he's gonna be back in like 10 episodes, right? Thank you, weird uncle.
And off he goes.
He's just gonna walk back. He doesn't have a car, does he?
Flabber, you could have teleported him in an instant. Where exactly in the US are we? Exactly? We never nailed that down.
That is a good point. Where are they spatially? I got it, guys. Next.
Did he just call us all wankers?
I like to think he did.
Somewhere, somehow, he insulted us. And that's your lot. So, that was the SHADOWBORG ARC of Big Bad Beetleborgs. What do you think, mate?
This could have been wrapped up in like 3 episodes, make it a 3-part. They waste a ton of time. They really stretched out the footage. They didn't fight SHADOWBORG that much. He just kind of farted in and out all the time. They just came up with a lot of excuses. So narratively, it's a fucking mess. But the SHADOWBORG suit is cool. I like the white Beetleborg, as I've said multiple times. I know they were probably trying to find a way to keep him around. If they did, that would have been great. But that's just my lot.
Yeah. It's a little bit cheesier than I remember it being, but it's still endearingly so. It never kind of totally crosses the line and becomes juvenile. It can be extremely corny, but never to the point where it's like, I just want to switch this off, which is more than I can say for certain other things, looking at you, tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills, which thankfully doesn't seem to fucking exist online, hence why it's not in the marathon, and God bless for that. So, yeah, good old Beetleborgs, and coming up next on the HFC Super Sentai Henshin Power Hour is the grand finale. It's the 5-episode arc Green with Evil in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We had to end with the OG, as it were. So guys, we'll see you then, and enjoy. Bye-bye.